Hello everyone. Am I audible? Mention in the chat if I'm audible. Okay, right. So we will discuss important topics of exam. Okay, for tomorrow's exam, BCS-12 Max for IGNOU BCA, and also this is there for MCA new syllabus students who are writing the bridge course exam, I believe, right? Okay, so we have already discussed some of the topics. I have shared the video lectures. We have taken live sessions also for mathematical induction. And then we have, for mathematical induction, we have the concept video. Also, we have concept video, and we also have one of the previous year's question explained. And then quadratic equations and cubic equations I have already conducted the class. So we will see other important topics in today's session. Okay. I think you can see the OneNote. So we have certain important questions that keeps repeating. Values will be different, but we have the question pattern that is similar. Okay, so we will discuss the topics one by one. So first we will see matrices and determinants. I'll just take the previous year's questions and we will see how to solve them. Okay, same type of question, mostly same type of question will be appearing. So we will just solve the same here. So matrices based question. This is a 5-mark question. If any of this step is not clear, kindly ask. Okay, so here you see A and B two matrices are there. We are supposed to find A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square. This is given. We are supposed to find what is A and B. Now we know what is A plus B whole square formula, right? So there are two ways of solving this. Okay. So first, any formula, if you take A plus B whole square, it is supposed to be A square plus B square plus 2AB, isn't it? A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. And here they have given that A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square only. Means this 2AB is not there. So that is 2AB is equal to 0. This is given in this according to the result, according to the formula given here. A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square. It means 2AB is 0. If 2AB is 0, it means AB is 0. A into B. So given two matrices, you multiply and then it is equal to 0. So based on that, you will be able to find the value of A and B. So this is one way of solving. Here, this you should not take small ab, it is actually capital AB because matrices are capital A and B. That is one way of solving. Another way of solving is just take this left hand side and right hand side separately and then see what is A plus B whole square, A square and B square, and then equate that. You will be getting the values of A and B. Both the ways we can solve. So I will take the first method where we can take formula, because here what happens is if you do not use the result that I just told you, what happens is you should add A and B. After adding A and B, you need to square that. Squaring in the sense you need to multiply the matrices. And then A square is nothing but A into A, right? So many multiplications you will have to do. So what is A plus B whole square? You should add these two matrices, that is A plus B. With this, you should again multiply A plus B. And see, when you add this, here you are going to get minus 2 plus A, minus 2 plus 1. First term with first term, right? This 1 with A you will multiply, so you will get 1 plus A. And then 2 with B you will multiply, you will get 2 plus B. So this one, if you square and all, it is going to be too much of calculation. You can do like this, but it is going to be very lengthy. So I will use the formula method only. Okay. So we know that A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. This is the formula, right? Now, in this, in the given question, it is given that A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square. So, given A plus B whole square is equal to A square plus B square. Okay, this you take it as equation number 1. This is given in the question. Therefore, substituting this in equation 1, or equation 1 becomes 2AB equals to 0. Understood this, everyone? In place of A plus B whole square, you can substitute A square plus B square. Then it gets cancelled. You have 2AB equals to 0. That implies AB equals to 0. Now you know that A into B is 0. Multiply A and B and then equate it to 0. You will get the answer. So let us multiply A and B now. A is AB. Always when you're multiplying matrices, write down the matrices and then multiply. 1 minus 2, 2 minus 1. I believe all of you know matrix multiplication. Next here it is A1, B minus 1. A1, B minus 1. So you should multiply first row with first column and second column, and then second row with first column and second column. So 1 into 1 into A is A, plus minus 2 into B is minus 2B. This is the first element. Now first row multiply with second column. 1 into 1 is 1, plus minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. Okay. Next, 2 into A is 2A, plus minus 1 into B is minus B. Next, 2 into 1 is 2, plus minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Right? This is equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, then every element is 0. Okay. Now A plus 2B will be 0, 2A minus B will be 0. Since this product is 0, equate all these elements to 0. So you are going to get A minus 2B is equal to 0, and then 2A minus B is equal to 0. Now take it as simultaneous equations and simplify. Okay. So how to take it as simultaneous equations? We multiply first, we make coefficient of one of the variable equal, right? So here A is there, here 2A is there. I'll multiply 2 to this. So this becomes 2A and 4B. This I will take it as equation number 2. And then this is 3. Now I will multiply equation 2 with 2. This equation 2 I will multiply with 2. So it becomes 2A, then minus 4B equals to 0. Now simplify this, subtract this. This becomes minus, this becomes plus, and 2A minus A gets cancelled. Minus B plus 4B is 3B, and that is equal to 0. So since 3B is 0, B is 0. Understood? Now we get B as 0. Substitute this in any one of this equation. So I will take equation 2. It is A minus 2B is 0. B is 0. Therefore, A is also 0. So in this particular question, A and B both are 0. Is this clear? Reply in the chat if you are clear with this. So whenever questions like this is given, if you substitute in this and simplify, it will be very lengthy. You can decide based on what is a given information. So based on this, I saw that 2 into AB is 0, means A into B is 0. So we are finding AB and then we are equating it to 0. And when a matrix product is 0, it means all the elements in it are 0. So A minus 2B and 2A minus B, we will equate it to 0 and this is the answer we get. Understood this? Shall we go to the next question of the same type? We'll see another question which is of similar type. One question of this type for 5 marks you will always get. So practice as many questions as possible. I'll take the question from the recent question paper. Same question again. We have inverse also. We will see that. We'll discuss that. Let me know if you have any doubts. This is a definite 5-mark question, so don't skip. I think recent times. Same question is repeated many times. The exact same question. Last time you had the same question. Even before that, same to same question with same values are there. So you can go through this and practice. Okay, fine. I think you have same type only. Don't have any other different values are not there. So you get the same values. Okay, so next we have if A is equal to 2513, show that A square minus 5A plus I equals to 0, where I and O are identity and null matrices respectively of order 2. See, this is another matrix based question of 5 marks. We will solve this. You'll get one matrix question for 5 marks, one determinant question or Kramer's rule. One of that you will get. See here, A is 2513. You should show that A square minus 5A plus I equals to 0. I means identity matrix. Identity matrix means only diagonal elements are non-zero. All only diagonal elements are equal to 1. All other elements are 0. So identity matrix of order 2 is 1, 0, 0, 1. This is identity matrix of order 2. See, diagonal elements, it is 1. All other elements are 0. Okay. So if it is order 3, then 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is the identity matrix of order 3. See here, diagonal elements are 1. All other elements are 0. Okay. So this is identity matrix. They will not give you I2 or I3, but it is understood. Here is since if you have a 2 cross 2 matrix, this is I2. If you have a 3 cross 3 matrix, this is going to be I3. It is known. Okay. No need to inform that it is I2 or I3. Now, this is what we are supposed to show that A square minus 5A plus I equals to 0. So first find out what is A square. Given A is equal to 2, 5, 1, 3. Okay, so find out A square. A square is A into A. You are supposed to multiply this 2, 5, 1, 3 with A itself. 2, 5, 1, 3. Now multiply these two and write the answer. You should multiply first row with first column and second column. 2 into 2 is 4, plus 5 into 1 is 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Then 2 into 5 is 10, plus 5 into 3 is 15. 10 plus 15 is 25. Next, multiply second row with first and second column. 1 into 2 is 2, plus 3 into 1 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 1 into 5 is 5, plus 3 into 3 is 9. So 5 plus 9 is 14. This is a square. Okay. Now write down what is 5a. 5a is 5 into this matrix, 2, 5, 1, 3. So you will get 10, 25, 5, 15. Now you write this equation. A square minus 5a plus I is equal to, write down a square. A square is this, 9, 25, 5 and 14 minus 5a. 5a is this one, which is 10, 25, 5, 15 plus I, plus, you know what is I? It is 1001. Corresponding elements you need to add or subtract and write the result. So 9 minus 10 is minus 1, plus 1 is 0. Next, 25 minus 25 is 0, plus 0 is 0. Next, 5 minus 5 is 0, plus 0 is 0. Next, 14 minus 15 is minus 1, plus 1 is 0. Okay. Therefore, it is proved. Therefore, a square minus 5a plus I is equal to 0. Understood this? This kind of question is very simple and straightforward. You just have to take whatever is given. You will get only one matrix here, but sometimes they might give you a 3 cross 3 matrix. This is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Sometimes they might ask 3 cross 3 matrix. Make a note of this solution. I will copy the next question. And let me know in the chat if you have understood this. We have a lengthy question here. This is for 10 marks. This is asked in the year December 2020. Have you finished noting this answer? Shall I proceed to the next one? Your active response in the chat is very much required for me to understand whether you have understood the solutions or not. Okay, so going to next question. Again, here we have a 3 cross 3 matrix, and you are supposed to show that a square minus 4a minus 5i3 is equal to 0. And you're also supposed to find what is a inverse and a cube. Okay, so to find a inverse, you will have to, they have given hence find a inverse. So using this characteristic equation, you are supposed to find a inverse and 5a3. Okay. Right. So take this A. You're supposed to first find A square. Right. Given matrix is this. Then write A square. A square is A into A. 1, 2, 2. Only multiplication is going to take you some time. Rest are going to be quick. Again 1, 2, 2. 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1. So we are supposed to multiply each row with every column and write the product matrix. So first 1 into 1 is 2, plus 2 into 2 is 4, plus this is 4. So 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 9. Now this first row you multiply with the second and the third column. 1 into 2 is 2, plus 2 into 1 is 2, which is 4. plus 2 into 2 is 4 plus 4, 8. Okay. Now first row with third column. Okay. 1 into 2 is 2, plus 2 into 2 is 4, which is 6, plus 2 into 1 is 2, which is 8. I think the same numbers are going to repeat. 2 into 1 is 2, plus this is 2, plus 4 is 8. And 2 into 2 is 4, plus 1, plus 4. So this is 9, and this is 8. You can don't assume you're going to get like this, but since it is show that you will definitely get 0, here you are going to get this values only. Okay, 2 into 2 plus 4 plus 2. Yes, this is a square. Now we will write 4a. 4a is 4 times this. I will not write separately. Directly I'll multiply and write 4 into 1 is 4. This is 8 and 8. Here this is 8, 4, 8. And then 8, 8, 4. I've directly multiplied 4 to all these elements of a and I have written. And then next is 5i3. I3, you know what it is? See, this is I3. When you multiply 5 to this, in place of 1, you will have 5. Okay, so 5i3 is 500,050,005. This is 5i3. Now write all this and show that it is equal to 0. A square minus 4a minus 5i3. Minus 4a minus 5i3. So write a square. It is 988. 898, 889. This is a square minus 4 times a is 488, 848, 884. Then minus 5i3, which is 500,050,005. And they have given to show that it is 0. So definitely you're going to get 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. Minus 5 is 0. Here 8 minus 8 is 0. Minus 0 is again 0. So you are going to get all zeros. You can just check. Okay. Therefore, given statement is proved. So write this final statement again. Therefore, a square minus 4a minus 5i3 equals to 0. Just write that final statement. Okay. So this question is for 10 marks. Out of this will be for 5 marks. And these two are going to be for 10 remaining 5 marks. Hence, find A inverse. Now you are supposed to find what is A inverse. And to find A inverse, what we do is A into A inverse is equal to I. So there are two ways of finding A inverse. One is using characteristic equation, or you can also find it using the usual lengthy procedure. Okay. So now we will find it using characteristic equation. About inequalities. Inequalities, I have already done a video. Please go through that, Lakshmi Prashant. We will discuss now those topics which we have not addressed in the previous videos. Inequalities, I have clearly explained how to solve. There is a separate video for that. Uh, Please watch the playlist. You will know. Okay. Okay, so this is matrix method. Right. So next we are supposed to find A inverse. To find A cube, you will have to just multiply for this A square, multiply A again, that is going to be A cube. Now we will have to find A inverse. To find A inverse, take this equation and with this equation, multiply what needs to be multiplied to get A. So there is a identity, there is a this one which is A into A inverse gives you I. Okay, A into A inverse is always A inverse is a multiplicative inverse of A, which gives you an identity matrix. So what multiplied with A gives you A inverse. So once you know identity matrix, you multiply that with A to get A inverse. Or in other words, you can also directly find it as well. Uh, there is a property. We know that A into A inverse is equal to I. This is a property, right? A multiplied with A inverse will always gives you I. Now I know A, I know I. I can find out A inverse. Now to find this, what we do is we will take this I value is known. Now what is I? Once you find out I value is 1, 1, 1, only diagonal elements are going to be 1, all other elements will be 0. So now we know these equation. With this equation, we can find out the A inverse. Now multiplying identity matrix or dividing each one by identity matrix, you can get A inverse. You can follow both the procedures. So from this equation, A square minus 4A minus 5I3 is equal to 0. Okay. Now multiply A inverse to this entire equation. We are supposed to find A inverse, multiply. For this, multiply A inverse to the above equation. When we multiply A inverse, A square is nothing but A into A, right? With this, if I multiply A inverse, this and this are going to become identity matrix minus 4A into A inverse minus 5I3 into A inverse. See, there are certain properties. The properties are A multiplied with A inverse gives you identity matrix. Okay. And any matrix multiplied with identity matrix gives you the same matrix. This is another property. Any matrix multiplied with identity matrix will give you the same matrix. So here for this A into A inverse, I am going to use this property I. So this is A into I minus 4 times. A into A inverse is again I minus 5 into I3 into A inverse is A inverse only. Any matrix multiplied with I is same, right? So A inverse also, when you multiply with I, you will get A inverse only. Understood this properties? Now this is equal to 0. A into I is A only. Minus 4I equals to minus 5A inverse equals to 0. Now taking this minus 5A inverse to the right hand side, 5A inverse is equal to A minus 4I. Now 5 we will bring it to the left hand side by divide 1 by 5 for A minus 4I, that is equal to A inverse. Has everybody understood this procedure? See, A inverse can be asked in two ways. One is they'll give you a matrix and ask you to find A inverse. We will discuss that now. So there you will have to find adjoint of A, minor of every element, find out the cofactor matrix, and then you find adjoint, and then 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. This is A inverse formula. This is a straightforward method. Another way of finding A inverse is this method, where this is called as the using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. This is your characteristic equation. So once you get this equation, this is using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Let us now discuss about Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So we find out an equation which is equal to 0. Here they have only given the equation. They asked us to show that it is 0. We did that. Using this equation, we can find out A inverse by first multiply A inverse to all this. Use these properties. A into A inverse will give you I. A into I, A into A inverse, here also I. I into A inverse is A inverse. Now taking all these things to the other side, you're going to get what is A inverse value. A inverse is A minus 4I into 1 by 5. Okay. So here we are not using that straightforward method. Now substitute A and 4I, divide every element by 5. You will get what is A inverse. So Therefore, A inverse is equal to 1 by 5 into, what is A? A is 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. This is A minus 4I means 400, 040, 004. Okay. Now simplify this. This is 1 by 5 into 1 minus 4 is minus 3, 2 minus 0, and then again 2 minus 0. Next, 2 minus 0, 1 minus 4 is minus 3, 2 minus 0 is 2, and this is 2. So here you get 2, 2, 1 minus 4 is minus 3. This is A inverse. No need to multiply 1 by 5 to each of these elements. You can keep it as it is. So this is A inverse. Is it clear, everyone? From the previous question, if you have to find A inverse, basically, here also you will have to multiply A. So A square will be written as A into A. With this, we will multiply A inverse minus 5A into A inverse plus I into A inverse. Next, this will become I. A into I will remain A. Then A into A inverse will be 5I. Then this is plus A inverse equals to 0. So A inverse will be, this A goes to right hand side, it will be minus A, and plus minus 5I goes to right hand side, it will become plus 5I. Now to get A inverse, you will have to just, from 5I, you subtract A to get A inverse. Is this clear, everybody? How to get the A inverse equation from this equation? This you will do only when they have given an equation and then they ask you, hence find A inverse. Only in this procedure you will have to, only if the question is asked this way, you should do like this. Otherwise, you follow the initial usual adjoint method. Hope this is clear now. This is A inverse. Now we will find out what is A cube. For A cube, you have to just multiply A square and A. Okay, next is A cube. A cube is A square into A. A square is this one, 988, 988, 898, 889. This is A square, and then into A is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Multiply these two and write. I think you can do it yourself. So multiply this and write. That is going to be A cube. This is a lengthy question, but it is a 10-mark question. You're finding many things in this. Everybody understood this procedure? Let me know if you have doubts in any of these steps, because this is again repeated many times. So just tell me if you have doubts in any of the steps. If not, we will go to the next question. No doubts? Okay, it is all with 3 variables only. Okay. We will solve Kramer's rule next. Again, that is like a compulsory question every time they have asked. And the problem that we just solved, it is asked in the previous year as well. They have asked the same values only. So next we will solve Cramer's rule. Cramer's rule is like a compulsory question. It is asked in each and every paper, and it is given for 5 marks. Once you know determinants, Cramer's rule is very easy. Only by these matrices and determinants you can expect 15 to 20 marks. We'll solve 2 questions using Cramer's rule. One with all the variables present, and in one of the questions we will have only 2 variables present in each and every question, in every equation. Okay, this question is only repeated more. Every year they have asked the same question with the same values. So it becomes easy if you have practiced all the previous year's question papers. It becomes very easy to solve. Okay, so we will do this now. Next is Cramer's rule. For Cramer's rule, you have to find only determinant, nothing else. It's very simple. So first, for the given set of equations, you should write a delta matrix. Okay. So first write given and write down all these 3 equations. Then write delta. Delta is a coefficient determinant. There are 3 equations given. Write down x coefficients first, then y coefficient, then z coefficient of each and every equation. So here, if no number is given, means it is 1x, right? So write the coefficients 1x plus 2y plus 2z. And in the second equation, you have 3x minus 2y. Don't ignore the signs. This is a common mistake that students do. You will ignore signs. Plus z is 1. X plus y plus z is 1, 1 and 1. This is delta. Find out what is this determinant. After finding this determinant, you will have to write delta x. Delta x is, in this determinant, the first column are x coefficients, right? So here see x, 3x and x, the 1, 3 and 1. These are the first set of values are x coefficients. The second column, it's nothing but y coefficients. And third column is z coefficients. So now x coefficients should be replaced by right-hand side values. This is delta x. So first line, first column, you'll write 3, 4, 2. Right hand side values of the equations. Okay, 3, 4, 2. Next, the second and third column, write it as it is. 2, minus 2, 1, 2, 1 and 1. Find out what is delta x. Next, delta y. For delta y, in this main delta determinant, second column is y coefficients. Instead of y coefficients, you should write the right hand side values. So first column we will write as it is 1, 3, 1. Instead of second column, we will write the right hand side values, which is 3, 4, 2. And the last column is as it is 2, 1, 1. This is delta y. Then write delta z. Delta z is right hand side value should be written in the last column. So here you should write 3, 4, 2. First and second column same as delta, which is 1, 3, 1, 2, minus 2, 1. This is delta z. Once you find all this, value of x is delta x by delta and y is equal to delta y by delta and z is equal to delta z by delta. That's all. Very simple, very easy to remember. No formula, nothing. You have to just find the determinant. Now I'll write 1 into, this is minus 2 and minus 1. Minus 2 minus 1. Minus 2 into 3 minus 1. Hope all of you know how to find the determinant. Plus 2 into 3 minus of minus 2 is plus 2. Let me know if you do not know how to find determinant. I'll explain. Minus 2 into minus 1 is minus 3 into 1 is minus 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. This is 5. 5 into 2 is 10. So this is minus 7 plus 10 is 3. Now here 3 into this you will get same minus 2 minus 1 minus 2 into 4 minus 2 plus 2 into 4 plus 4. This is minus 3 into 3 is minus 9. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. This is 8 into 2 is 16. 9 minus 4, 9 plus 4 is 13. 16 minus 13 is 3. All of you know how to find the determinants, right? This is 4 minus 2. Minus 3 into 3 minus 1 plus 2 into this is 6 minus 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 into 1 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 2. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. And then here we have 6 minus 4, which is 2 into 2 is 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6 minus 6 is 0. Next we'll find delta Z. For this 1 into, leave this row and column, you have minus 4, minus 4. Minus 2 into 3 into 2 is 6 minus 4. Plus 3 into 3 plus 2. So this is minus 8. This is 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. This is 5 into 3 is plus 15. So this is minus 12 plus 15 is 3. Okay, now substitute the values. Delta x is 3. 3 by 3, which is 1. Delta y is 0. So 0 by 3 is 0. Delta z is also 3. So 3 by 3 is 1. Delta is 3. Okay. First step, we have found delta, that is 3. Delta x by delta gives you x value. Delta y by x gives, delta y by delta gives you y value. Delta z by delta gives you z value. So finally, write the solution. X equals to 1, y equals to 0, and z equals to 1. This is the solution. To make sure that you have got the correct answer, because see, again, this is easy question. You shouldn't lose marks in this, right? So to make sure that you have got the correct answer, just substitute these values in one of these equations and check whether it is equal or not. So if I take the last equation, x is 1, y is 0, z is 1. So this is equal to 2, right? It is correct based on values that we have got. It is satisfying the equation. Any one equation you can take. No need to check in all the three. This is Kramer's rule. Everybody understood? We will take now another question that is a most repeated question under Kramer's rule. And in that, in each equation, one of the variable is missing. So we will take that question and solve. Meanwhile, just let me know if you have any doubts in this. Is everybody clear with the solution, with the procedure? Yes or no? Sorry, there are some comments. Bhavesh, what you have not understood? Please let me know. Lakshmi Prashant, no doubts. Okay, thank you. In my exam matrix topics, how many marks we will get? See, matrix and determinants together, you will get 15 to 20 marks. Okay. Inverse of matrix using elementary row or column. Short way. No, there is no shortcut way. See, shortcut way, even if it is present, it is only for competitive exams, not for descriptive exam. You have to write the detailed procedure for elementary row operation. If you want, I will explain one procedure, but there is one problem I will take and explain how to find A inverse using elementary row operations, but you cannot, I get too confused doing. So I will tell you step-by-step procedure so that you will be clear, but there is no other shortcut for A inverse. There is a shortcut to find A inverse only for 2 cross 2 matrix, and that is like you can just immediately get it. Okay, so that I will explain only for competitive exams where you will be choosing one of the options, right? But here descriptive solution of 5 marks, every step carries marks, so you have to write. And so matrix दिया होगा तो यही method use करना होगा. Yeah, yes, you can use this method only. Okay, right. Bhavish, I am not sure if you're still watching. I don't know what you have not understood, so please mention what you have not understood. I mean, tomorrow is an exam. If you absolutely don't know the concept, then it will be difficult. If you know the concept, then it's here. Our revision class is going to help you and quickly revise all the important topics. Okay, so we will solve this problem now. Kramer's rule, same as previous, but here you see x, y, and z, 3 variables are there, but in each and every equation you have only 2 variables, right? So we'll first write the delta matrix, delta determinant. X, y, and z coefficients you should write. X is 1, y is 1. There is no z, therefore 0. Now for the second equation, x is not there, therefore 0. Y coefficient is 1, z coefficient is 1. And for the last equation, x is there, its coefficient is 1, y is not there. So write 0 here, and then z is there, so 1. Okay, here z is not there, here x is not there, here y is not there. And that's all. This is delta. Next is delta x. First column should be replaced with right hand side values, which is 0, 1, and 3. 0, 1, 3 in the right hand for the first column. Second and third column is same, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. We'll find this 1 into, this is 1 minus 0 minus 1 into, first row and second column you leave it. This is 0 minus 1 plus 0. So this is 1 plus 1, 2. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Here also you have 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Just solve them carefully whenever you have this minus plus. Very common mistake that people do. Even I do. In spite of having more than 11 years of experience, even I do such mistakes sometimes when I'm in a hurry. When you have multiplication of this minus plus, there is a possibility that you do mistakes. So just do it carefully. The same question with same values is repeating. So it is worth practicing this question once or twice until you get it right. Now delta x, first one is 0 minus 1 into, leave this row and this column, 1 into 1 minus 3. The last one is also 0. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. This is delta x. Next I will write delta y. For this RHS values I'm going to replace for the second column. So first and third column I will write it as it is. Okay, first and third column I have written. Instead of second column, I'm going to write this RHS values, which is 0, 1, and 3. Now, these two terms are not there. It's going to be 0. So just I have to expand along this one. 1 into, this is 1 minus 3. So this gives you minus 2. Okay, next is delta z. For delta z, again, the last column, instead of last column, we are going to write 0, 1, 3. First and second column will remain same. So 1, 0, 1. This is 1, 1, 0. And this is 0, 1, 3. Now 1 into, you get 3 minus 0 minus 1 into, this is 0 minus 1. This is minus 1 into 0 minus 1. Yeah. So this is 3. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now we will find out the values. X is delta x by delta. Delta x is 2. Delta is also 2. 2 by 2, 1. Next, y is equal to delta y by delta. Delta y is minus 2. Delta is 2. So the answer is minus 1. And z is delta z by delta. Delta z is 4 by delta is 2. You will get 2. Therefore, x is equal to 1. Y equals to minus 1. Z equals to 2 is the answer. We'll just again verify this. First equation, x plus y is 0. X is 1, y is minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Second one, y plus z is 1. Y plus z minus 1 and plus 2 is 1. So our answer is correct. Got stuck though. No, it's working, no? I mean, you people are able to understand, right? Whatever I'm explaining. Yes. Okay. I hope it is clear. Does anybody want A inverse method? The direct method. A inverse method. Okay. We will solve the next question. Okay, fine. So we will find A inverse as well. Okay. And there is one more thing. Using determinant, find area of the triangle whose vertices are so and so. This is a very common question again. Okay, we will try to find out what is the answer for this. Okay. Finding area of a triangle whose vertices are given. Using determinant. There are two ways to find area of a triangle whose vertices are given. One is you have a formula. I think that formula is not there for you. Another one is using determinant. So to find area of triangle using determinant, you will have to take the last column as 1, 1. And then the first and second column will be the values given. So to find area of a triangle, see there are 3 points given, right? So this is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. This is x3, y3. So area of the triangle is half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. See, numbers will come in a cyclic order. See, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Numbers will come in cyclic order. Outside the bracket, it is always x. Inside bracket, it is y. This is one way of solving. Okay. If the question is just find area of triangle whose vertices are this is what you're going to do. But if they have given using determinant, you find it. Then you need to write first determinant and then you will have to solve it. For this, you write down given vertices. This is again most repeated question. I have seen it in many question papers. Given x1, y1 is equal to, this is the first point, which is 1, comma 2. Okay. x2, y2 is second point, which is minus 2, comma 3. And then x3, y3 is the third point, and that is minus 3, comma minus 4. Now, area of a triangle formed by this is given by area is equal to half into that determinant. Okay, half into, write the determinant, write these points. First point you write in the first line, 1, 2. Second point write in the second line, -2 and 3. Third point is -3, -4. These are the given 3 points. After these 3 points, the last column has to be 1, 1, 1, always. Okay, the given 3 points, you write it in first and second column, and then the last point is always 1, 1, 1. So this is the area. Find out the answer for this. Half into, this is 1 into, leave this row and column, it is 3 minus of -4, which is 3 plus 4, -2 into, leave this row and this column, -2 into 1 is -2, -3 into 1 is -3. So minus of -3 will be +3. Plus 1 into, leave the first row and last column, -2 into -4 is +8, minus 3 into -3 is -9, which becomes +9. It is half into 3 plus 4 is 7, -2 plus 3 is 1, 1 into -2 is -2, 9 plus 8 is 17, into 1 is 17. So you get 17 plus 7 is 24, minus 2 is 22, 22 by 2, 11. Always right, therefore area is equal to 11 square units. Always write this units, square units. Okay. This is finding area of a triangle using determinants. If they have not given, if they have not mentioned this, you can use this formula, substitute in this and simplify. That is your area of triangles. Is that clear? Okay. Next, A inverse. Finding A inverse is again another important question. It is asked for finding inverse of matrix. It is asked for 5 marks usually. We will take a question from the previous year's question paper. Wanted explanation on De Moivre's theorem. Yes, I will do it after this inverse. Okay. Okay, see here we have a question in December 2021. Find inverse of the matrix for 5 marks. For 3 cross 3 matrix, we do not have any shortcut. For 2 cross 2, we have shortcut, but even that cannot be used in your exam, final exam, because you have to write steps. Okay, right. Now finding inverse of a matrix, there are certain steps. First step is, first you need to find the determinant. Okay, step 1 is finding determinant of A. Inverse exists only if determinant A is not 0. Okay, if determinant A is equal to 0, then A is called as a singular matrix. If it is not 0, it is called non-singular matrix. So A inverse exists. A inverse exists if determinant A is not equal to 0. Okay, so usually you will not get 0, but just make sure, like if you are getting 0, you might have done some mistake. And if they have asked in the question, does A inverse exists, then maybe it might be 0 also. But most of the questions, what I have seen in your previous years is that they will ask you to find inverse of a matrix and give you 5 marks. So always inverse exists for such type of matrices. But still, first step you have to write, find out determinant of A, say that it is not equal to 0, therefore inverse exists. This is your step 1. Step 2 is write minor elements. Okay, to write minor elements of each and every element, you need to leave its row and its column and write down the determinant of the remaining 2 cross 2 matrix. For all these 9 elements, you should write minor. Then you write cofactor matrix. Okay, so for cofactor matrix, you should attach signs. So cofactor matrix for a 2 cross 2 matrix is plus minus minus plus with the minor elements. If it's a 3 cross 3 matrix, it is plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus with the minor elements. Okay, that is step 3. Step 4 is writing adjoint of a matrix. So adjoint of A is cofactor matrix transpose. So you know what is transpose? Interchanging rows into columns is transpose of a matrix. So that is cofactor of a matrix. Okay. After you find the adjoint of A, then step 5 is writing the formula. That is A inverse is equal to 1 by determinant A into adjoint of A. So each of the elements of this adjoint matrix, you should divide by the determinant of A, which you have found in the very first step. If the numbers are not divisible by that, you can just leave it like what we had written in one of the previous questions. We had left it as it is, no, like this. See, A inverse is 1 by 5 into this one. You can keep it like this. No need to write minus 3 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5, not necessary. You can keep it like this if it is not getting cancelled. If it is a number that can be cancelled, cancel it off. Okay, that is finding A inverse. Now we will do these steps. First is find determinant of A. A is given here. I'll directly write determinant of A. It is 1 into, leave this row and column, 3 into 1 minus 1 into 1. So 3 minus 1 minus 2 into, leave this row and this column, 2 into 1 minus 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. So it becomes plus 1. Next, plus 5 into, leave this row and this column, 2 into 1 minus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. So it becomes plus 3. Okay, so this whatever we have done it only for the first row elements, right? We have to do it for all the elements. That is minor. Now let me finish off this. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. 2 plus 3 is 5 into 5 is 25. 25 plus 2 is 27 minus 6 is 21. So determinant A not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists. Always write this and proceed with your next step of the formula. Step 1 done. Now we will write minor elements. Minor elements. So you can write as you like. So I'm going to write this is A11, A12, A13, 21, 22, 23, 31, 32, 33. So for all these, I'm going to write M11, M12 to denote minor elements. So M11 is first row, first column elements minor. So leave the first row, first column and find out determinant of this. That is M11. So 3 into 1 minus 1 into 1, which is basically this 2. Next, M12 is leave first row, second column. First row and second column you leave. 2 into 1 minus of 1 into minus 1, which is 2 plus 1, 3. That is minor of this element. Now, M13, which is minor of this element. Leave this row and this column. 2 into 1 minus 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. 2 plus 3, 5. This we did here. Now we need to do the same thing for each and every other 2 rows also. So M21. M21 is second row, first column, right? Second row and first column, you leave it. Now the remaining elements, you need to take the determinant. Okay, 2 into 1 minus 5 into 1, which is 2 minus 5 minus 3. Is this clear? How to take minor or how to write minor for each and every element. Now 2, 2 is second row, second column. We will have to remove. Now remaining elements is 1 into 1 minus minus 5. So 1 minus of minus 5 is 1 plus 5, 6. M23. Let me know in the chat if you are clear with this. Uh, Using formula, answer will be yeah. So M23 is second or third column, you leave it. So 1 into 1 minus of minus 2, which is plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now for the last row, it is M31. For this third row and first column, you should leave 2 minus 15. 2 minus 15 is minus 13. Then M32, you should leave third row, second column. So 1 into 1 minus 10. 1 minus 10 is minus 9. And then M33 is third row, third column. Leave this and this. 1 into 3 is 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So now we have the minor elements done. Step 2 is done. Next, we need to now write a cofactor matrix. So cofactor matrix, cofactor C is equal to, write the signs, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Now write all these values over here. So this is 2, this is 3, and this is 5. Now this is minus 3. Already minus is there. Okay, so minus of minus 3. Now this is 6, here 3. Next is minus 13. And then this is minus of minus 9. And then minus 1. Hope this is clear. Write down the signs. After writing the signs, copy these values. And now simplify all this and write. So it is 2, minus 3, 5. This is plus 3, 6, minus 3. And then minus 13 plus 9 minus 1. This is your cofactor matrix. Step 3 is done. Now step 4 is writing adjoint of the matrix. So adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is equal to cofactor matrix transpose. So whatever you have here in rows, you have to interchange to columns. 2 minus 3 and 5 is the first row. I will write it as first column. 2 minus 3, 5. Second row is 3, 6 minus 3. So this is 3, 6 minus 3. Then here minus 13, 9 and minus 1. This is adjoint matrix. Now we will write A inverse. A inverse is equal to 1 by determinant A into adjoint of A. So what is determinant of A? Determinant of A is 21. I don't want to divide because all the numbers are not getting divided. In fact, you will have a fraction in each and every number. So I'll just directly write 1 by 21 into 2, 3, minus 3, 13, minus 3, 6 and 9. And then 5 minus 3 minus 1. Hope this is clear. This is your A inverse. This is your direct procedure where you, the other one is using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Clear? Yeah. Any questions so far? So from the topics that we have discussed so far, see December 2021 paper, inverse of a matrix, 5 marks. And then here A is row equivalent to I3. So basically you need to find out I3 and then show that it is equivalent. And that is 5 marks. Solving system of linear equations by using matrix inverse is where you have to write the coefficients in the form of a matrix, find out its inverse, and then multiply with B to get the answer. Okay, hence obtain this value. So whatever matrix is given, once you know how to find inverse, I'm not going to solve this question. I'll just tell you the procedure. Now you know how to find the inverse. So whenever you have this system of linear equation using, so you will definitely get solving system of linear equation either using Cramer's rule or using inverse matrix method. Using Cramer's rule, you know, Now, if they ask you to use matrix method, then you need to write A is a coefficient matrix. Okay, this is coefficient matrix. X is unknown variables matrix. This is unknown variables, and B is a RHS values. Okay, write it as this is a given system of equation. Given system of equation is written in the form AX equals to B, where A is equal to, write down the coefficients, 3, 4, 7, and then 2, minus 1, 3, 2, 2, minus 3. This is A. What is X matrix? It is a column matrix of unknown variables. Here unknown variables are small x, y, and z. And what is B? Right hand side values, which is minus 2, 6, and 0. Okay. So given system of equations can be written like this. So once you write like this, next you have to write the steps. Ax is equal to B, x is equal to A inverse B. Once this is a matrix method of finding the unknown variables. X is your unknown variables matrix. You can find it by multiplying A inverse with B. Now for this problem, A inverse has to be found in this way. The previous problem we have solved in the same procedure, you need to find out what is A inverse. After finding A inverse, multiply with B. B is this matrix. Multiply with B. You will get one matrix of this sort. You know, one column matrix you are going to get. Whatever values you get, suppose you get values like this, 1, minus 2, minus 1. This will be a final answer. Then you should say, therefore, x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 2, and z equals to minus 1. So I'm not going to solve this. Once you know how to do multiplication, matrix multiplication, and how to take inverse, I think you can solve it. So it is must to write what is A, X, and B, and then write down these two steps. It is must to write these steps. Then find A inverse using this procedure, that is finding minor, cofactor, and all that. After that, multiply it with B, and whatever you get is your answer matrix. Okay, this is your solving system of linear equations using matrix method. The previously what we solved is solving system of linear equations using Cramer's rule. One of this you will definitely get. So based on the questions that we have discussed so far, you can expect 15 marks at least. 3 questions you can expect. We have already discussed in the playlist, we have already uploaded videos worth of 20 marks. And right now we have discussed almost 15 marks. Around 35 marks you can get from the topics discussed so far. Okay, fine. We'll take a short break, and we will continue with December 22, 1C. Sure, sure, Pratap. Pray, yes, Pratap. We'll do that. And then Indu has asked for De Moivre's theorem. All that we will discuss. We'll take a quick 5 minutes break. Okay. Hello, am I audible? Just mention in the chat if I'm audible clearly. Am I audible? Yes, okay, fine. Now we will discuss about what is it, December 2022 1C. Exact same question I have already solved, Pratap, in the previous video. This question itself I have solved. There is a video called Inequalities. Please go through that. Okay. I will show the video here. See here under playlist, go for IGNOU exam BCA MCA series. Okay, so here you can see mathematical induction that is there for you. One previous year question is also solved. Quadratic equations, cubic equations, and then inequalities. In this inequalities video, I have explained exactly same problem. Kindly go through that. And then what was the other question? Indu wanted explanation of de Moivre's theorem. Okay, so we will discuss de Moivre's theorem now. Others, if you have any particular question which you want to be discussed, kindly put it in the chat. Complex numbers. In complex numbers, two important questions will be asked. And in every question paper, there will be one question. Out of these two, any one you will get. We will discuss both that. Okay. Find root 3 plus I whole power 3 using de Moivre's theorem. This is one question which usually occurs. Now, what is a complex number? A complex number is of the form A plus IB. Okay, where A is called the real part. This is called as the real part and B is called as the imaginary part. Okay, imaginary part. And I is equal to root of minus 1. So root of minus 1 does not exist. That is why it is called as an imaginary number. So here what we do is first to find there is a trigonometric form of the number. Complex number can also be expressed and always a complex number is expressed like this. Z is equal to A plus IB and then we say modulus of Z. Modulus of Z is written as mod Z and this is equal to root of A square plus B square. Okay, root of A square plus B square. This is modulus of Z. Next is you can also, if you want to find it in the angular form, in the analytical geometry form, you will also need to find out theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse B by A. Tan inverse B by A is theta. So once you know these two, then Z is written as R into R power N into Z is written as R into cos theta plus sin theta. Okay, R into cos theta plus I sin theta. This is one of the forms of expressing Z. And what is this de Moivre's theorem? De Moivre's theorem is a method to find out this complex number raised to some power. So Z power n is equal to R power n into cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Okay, so this is the theorem. The De Moivre's theorem is this. So now we will have to write down this. First, we need to write what is R, find out what is R, and then find what is theta. So this theta is also called as argument of Z. Argument of Z is written as theta. Okay, this is modulus of Z. So first find out what is theta and find out what is modulus. And once you find this, we are going to this modulus can also be written as R. So once you find this, we will express it in this form and we will simplify. So for the given question, let us take the question. This is a question. You need to find what is the value of root 3 plus I whole power 3 using De Moivre's theorem. So first find out uh, this amplitude, that is the modulus and the argument. So first in the answer, write given Z is equal to root 3 plus I. Okay. And to find, what is that you're supposed to find? Z power 3. Is this clear? Now let us find out two things. One is we need to find this R and we need to find what is theta. So this modulus Z itself is R. Okay. So let us first find out R. So according to the given information, A is root 3. This is a real part. B is imaginary part, which is a coefficient of I. No number is there here, means B is 1. Now find out Z, modulus Z, which is nothing but R. Root of A square plus B square. A square is root 3 whole square. A square plus B square. A square is root 3 whole square. Root and square will get cancelled. You will get 3. And B square is 1 square, which is 1. This is root 4, which is equal to 2. And we always assume a positive value. We will not take negative value. So modulus Z or nothing but R is equal to 2. Next is we will find out theta. Theta is tan inverse B by A. So here tan inverse B is 1, A is root 3. So what is tan inverse 1 by root 3? Sine is 1 by 2 and cos. This is 30 degrees. Okay, tan inverse 30 degrees. Or you can write it as tan inverse pi by 6. All of you know the values of trigonometry. If it is 1 plus root 3 whole power 3. Are you saying I plus root 3? Lakshmi Prashant, are you saying I plus root 3? If this is your question, real part is still root 3 only. Imaginary part is what is there with the I. Okay, I is your imaginary number. So whatever is a coefficient with I, that is B, which is the imaginary part. And for finding Z, it doesn't matter because anyway you're squaring it. For theta, it matters because what you write in the numerator and denominator, it will change. So tan inverse 1 by root 3 is 30 degrees. Tan inverse of root 3 by 1 is 60 degrees. Okay, so write it carefully. So even if you have like this, usually it won't be given like this, but even if you have like this is a real part. Okay, and I is the imaginary part and there is nothing with I, therefore 1 is an imaginary number. Imaginary part is 1. All of you are aware with the trigonometric values. Tan inverse of 0, 1, 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 and all that. Is everybody aware of that? So tan inverse pi by 6 is theta. sorry, tan inverse 1 by root 3 is 30 degree. You are not again writing. Tan inverse 1 by root 3 is 30 degrees, or you can write pi by 6. Now we have z and theta. Now let us write it in the form of, yes, okay. So therefore z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, which is, what is r? R value is 2 into cos pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6. This is the trigonometric form of writing z. Okay, the same z only we are expressing in this form. Just check whether it is correct. Pi by 6 is 30 degrees and cos 30 is root 3, and then root 3 by 2. I into sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2. This, when multiplied with 2, 2 gets cancelled with this, you will get root 3 by I, which is this one. Okay. Now this is z. You are supposed to find power 3, right? Z power 3 is what you are supposed to find. So z power 3 is equal to, have I written the formula here? Yes. R power n into cos n theta plus I sin n theta is z power 3. So 2 power z power 3 is r power 3 into cos 3 theta plus I into sin 3 theta. Substitute r and theta. R is 2, so this is 2 cube into cos 3 into pi by 6 plus I into sin 3 into pi by 6. Pi 3 into pi by 6 is pi by 2. So pi by 2 is 45 degree. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. 2 power 3 is 8. And here you will get 1 by root 2 plus I into 1 by root 2. For 45 degrees, cos pi by 2 and I pi by 2 both are same. No, you will not get 0. You will not get 0 because it is not minus, it's plus. Even if it's minus, since I is there, it will not become 0. So that's all is the answer. You can write it as 8 by root 2 into 1 plus I. This is a complex number. You can write like this, or you can write it in the real and imaginary form also. Therefore, z is equal to 8 by root 2 plus 8 by root 2I. This is a real part and this is the imaginary part. You can even divide 8 by root 2. If you know, you divide it. Otherwise, you leave it like this. See, 8 can be written as 4 into 2. And now I have to divide it by root 2, right? So 2 by root 2 is root 2. So this can be written as 4 root 2 also. Or you can write it as 4 root 2 into 1 plus I. Did you understand how to write it as 4 root 2? If you know, you write it. Otherwise, you can keep it as 8 by root 2 into 1 plus I also. 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Okay. 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So 8, if I am writing it as 4 into 2, and this 4 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Here I have root 2, right? So this will get cancelled. Okay. So you will get 4 by 4 into root 2. 8 by root 2 can be written as 4 into root 2. Okay. Is it clear, everybody? Any questions? Okay, this is De Moivre's theorem. Quite simple. Basically, it might look lengthy, but actually what you have to do is find out a square plus b square and then find out theta and just write what is z, then z cube, r power n, cos n theta, I sin n theta. This values you write carefully. Try to simplify till the last step, like whatever your numbers you're getting, simplify all that. This is your answer. Do you want me to solve one more problem? Same question here. Same question you have. I think this is what you asked. Someone asked, Lakshmi Prashant, I plus root 3, same answer you will get, whatever we have did right now. I think you're getting the same 1 plus root 3i is there here. This is 1 plus root 3i, exact whatever we have done now. You will have z value will be same, but for theta value, you will get b by a, right? You will get root 3 by 1, which is going to be pi by 3. Instead of pi by 6, you will get pi by 3, and you can solve it. I think, see, same question is repeating, so you can practice. Okay, fine. Next, we will see this. This is one question that is repeated. No, I just saw if I can solve one more question. Same question is repeated, like 10 times same question is repeated. So you can practice this. Only difference is instead of root 3 plus I, they've given 1 plus root 3i. In that case, A will be 1 and B will be root 3. That is the only difference. Instead of pi by 6, you will get pi by 3. And then simplification you can do. And this is another question that keeps repeating. So here Z is a complex number such that Z minus 2i equals to modulus of Z plus 2i. Show that image Z equals to 0. Okay, so what is image of this is IMZ is imaginary part of Z. That is what it is given. And you are supposed to show that it is equal to 0. Now, imaginary part is, see, when Z is given A plus IB, real part is A, imaginary part is B. Image of Z is B. What is that you need to show? One more time, this, which one? This explanation. See, same explanation if you completely, we will not be repeating. You can watch the video again. Anyways, it's live video. It is available. You can, even after the session, it is available. You can replay it, I believe. Any particular step, if you have not understood, you ask me, I'll explain. Image of Z is B and a real part of Z is A. They've asked us to show imaginary part of Z as 0. Okay. So imaginary part of Z is B and we need to show that B is 0. For this, modulus of Z minus 2i and Z plus 2i is same. So let us take for this answer, let Z is equal to A plus IB. I'll write it here itself. Let Z is equal to A plus IB. So imaginary part of Z is B. And we are supposed to show that this B is 0. Okay. Now for this, they have given this one is equal to this one. Let us see what you will get here. So Z minus 2i is equal to A plus IB minus 2i. Now imaginary part, we will group it. A plus I into B minus 2 is what you will get. This is Z minus 2i. Here, what is real part? A. Imaginary part is B minus 2. Now, what is modulus of Z minus 2i? Modulus is root of A square plus B square. Okay, modulus of a complex number is square root of real part plus imaginary part. Square of real part and imaginary part. Now, this one is equal to root of real part is A square plus imaginary part is B minus 2. B minus 2 square. This is LHS. Got it? Has everybody understood how we have written LHS here? I have to show imaginary part of Z is 0. They have given Z is a complex number. I should show imaginary part of Z is 0, which is B. I should show that B is equal to 0. So I have taken Z is equal to A plus IB. According to this, I need to show that B is equal to 0. Now they have given this LHS is equal to RHS. So I'm writing Z minus 2i. Z is A plus IB minus 2i. Wherever I is there, that is a real part. So I have taken I common. I've got b minus 2. This is a real imaginary part. And this is a real part. I'm finding modulus of z minus 2i, which is square of real part plus square of imaginary part and whole root. This is LHS. Now, what is RHS? For RHS, we will find out z plus 2i. So, z plus 2i is z is a plus ib plus 2i, which is a plus I into b plus 2. Okay, so our RHS is modulus of z plus 2i, and this is equal to root of real part is a square plus imaginary part is b plus 2, so b plus 2 square. And now what is given? LHS is equal to RHS, right? Given modulus of z minus 2i is equal to modulus of z plus 2i. So I will write it on both the sides. So you will have root of, this is LHS, which is a square plus p minus 2 whole square equals to root of a square plus b plus 2 whole square. Okay. Now both the sides you can square, so you can remove it. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides, square root and square gets cancelled, and you will get a square plus b minus 2 whole square. And here you will get a square plus b plus 2 whole square. Now this a square and this a square gets cancelled. Let's expand this for using formula. B minus 2 whole square is b square plus my 2 square is 4 minus 2ab, which is 8b. I'm using a minus b whole square and a plus b whole square formula. Here I'll expand this using a plus b whole square formula. It is b square plus 4 plus 8b. Now b square and 4 is there common. In both the cases, it will get cancelled. Now minus 8b, here I have plus 8b. This minus 8b comes to right hand side. Here I have 8b. This minus 8b comes to right hand side. It becomes plus 8b. Here nothing is left, 0. It means 16b is 0. That is, b is equal to 0. This is what we are supposed to prove, right? So therefore, imaginary part of z equals to 0. So one of these questions you will definitely get. Either you will get this question, same to same question you will get. There is no change of values also. You will get same question. This question is repeated so many times. And this is repeated even more number of times. So one of this you will definitely get. Sometimes they have given both these questions. Okay. Yes. Any other thing you want to learn? Then, okay, so here you have determinants. I think this you can check in the study material it is given. Any other particular questions you want to learn? Let me know. Based on the topics that we have done today and earlier, I think you can write for more than passing marks. So just focus on whatever you have learned. Just make sure you are doing it without any mistake. So considering December 2022 papers, 5 inequality we have done, which is for 5 marks, 10. And then this complex number we have done 15 marks. This quadratic equation, again, exact question is repeated so many times. So 20. And then this is also done 25. And we have done this, which is 30. And this we have done, which is 35. This is done, which is 40. And this is done, which is 50 marks. So far, 50 marks questions we have done. You can answer up to 50 marks. Any other doubts? 1E, December 2022. Uh, this is a theorem. Exact thing is explained in study material. I think you can go through that. Modulus of these vectors in the same way you will have the way we have done for complex numbers. For this also you have more for modulus there is a formula. You just go through that. Vectors I have not been teaching from many years, so I don't have touch. You ask if any you have doubts in any other topic. And this one, like a theorem, it is explained in the study material itself. You can refer that. And this question I have also seen that it is repeated many number of times. Yes, any other doubt? This type of question, I think you are aware, no? Progressions, arithmetic progression, geometric progression, very straightforward questions. And I think you have also learned it in your high school probably. Differentiation, integration, if you have any particular question, if you have, you can ask. This local minima and maximum, I'll just tell you because I have seen this also repeat many number of times. You should know how to find the local minimum and maximum. I'll just tell you the procedure. If you know differentiation, then this will be useful. Otherwise, no. This is under application of derivatives. Okay, maxima and minima. For any question on local minimum maximum, yeah, because that's what I'm doing. So any equation which is of this form has a minimum and maximum value. Okay, this is a function. This is a function that is represented by this curve here. This is a maximum point of the function. Okay, this is a maximum point. And this is a minimum point. You see below this, the curve is not coming, right? This is the minimum point. Understand clearly? This is a maximum and this is a minimum point of the function. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. So this point is called the maximum value of the function and this point is called the minimum value of the function. And maximum value is attained at this position, right? At this position. This is A. And at this position, function has attained a minimum value. So this is B. So this y, y1, y2, these are maximum values of the function. Maximum values of the function. Okay. And this A and B, these are called maxima and minima points. Okay. Maxima and minima points. So what does it mean? A is a point. X equals to A is a point of maxima. That is, at this point, value of y is maximum. Okay. B is point of minima. Means at this point, that is when you substitute x as b, y value is least. Understood that what is point of maxima and point of minima? Now, what is that you need to find is you have to find what is this A and B. This is what you're supposed to find, not this Y1 and Y2. Okay, you're going to find what is this A and B. So to find this, there are certain steps. First step one is find out dy by dx. Okay, so given function, you write it as y equals to f of x. Find dy by dx equals to 0. Always substitute dy by dx as 0. And find out what is the value of x. So find out dy by dx equated to 0. Find So let dy by dx equals to 0. Find x. Okay, you will get two values. Sometimes you will get one value. Sometimes you will get more than one value. So usually you will get one or two values. If you get one value, then it will be either point of maxima or point of minima only. There are certain functions which has only minimum value. Maximum, there is no limit. There are certain functions which has highest maximum possible value. Minimum, there is no limit. There are certain functions which does not have a fixed maximum and minimum value. So how to find this? First, given function differentiate, equate it to 0, and then simplify. You will get some values for x. If you get one value, means the function has only one point. Can be a maxima point or a minima point. If you get two values, then one is maxima point, one is minima point. Which point is what? You need to find out. Even if you get one value, you should find whether it is point of maxima or point of minima. How to do that? So this is called as point of points of the high points. Now step 2. Now find dy square by dx square. That is, you have differentiated it once, right? Differentiate it again. After differentiating again, if dy square by dx square at x equals to a is negative, if it is less than 0, if it is negative, then x equals to a is point of maxima. Okay, don't get confused here. D square by dx square you find out. Then here you would have got values, right? You would have either got one value or two values. So that value you have to substitute in this dy square by dx square. If you get a negative answer, then it is point of maxima, opposite. For negative value, it is point of maxima. If you get positive value, that point is called point of minima. This is a procedure. Hope the procedure is clear. We will take a question. I'll take this question. Okay. Procedure is same. You try with all the other questions. You're supposed to find maximum and minimum of this. So first, let y equals to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 100. What is first step? You're supposed to find dy by dx. Okay. So find out dy by dx here for points of maxima and minima. For points of maxima and minima, dy by dx is equal to 0. Okay. So first find out dy by dx. That is derivative of this function. X cube derivative is 3x square minus 6x square derivative is 12x plus 9. This is dy by dx. And then you have to take it as equal to 0. Now take this equation, equate it to 0 and simplify. 3x square minus 12x plus 9 is 0. Take 3 common. You will get x square minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. And here see, the product is 3. You should split two numbers such that when you multiply, you should get plus 3. When you add, you should get minus 4, which is minus 1 and minus 3. Okay. When you add, you will get minus 4. When you multiply, you will get plus 3. And I think I have told you how to do the factorization. Whatever values you get, these are factors. So what are roots? Roots are with opposite signs. Minus 1 and minus 3 is there, right? Plus 1 and plus 3. And then divide by coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of x square is 1. So dividing it will not change. Therefore, x1 equals to 1 and x2 equals to 3. You can directly write like this, Or write one more step. X minus 1 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. This is factors, no, minus 1 and minus 3 that you should write here. Therefore, x1 is 1 and x2 is 3. All of you understood? This is your first step. We have got two values for x. Now we will find out d square y by dx square. For this 3x square minus 12x plus 9, for this part, I have to differentiate. 3x square derivative is 6x minus 12x derivative is 12. Okay. Now we will find out d square y by dx square at x is equal to 1 is equal to, in place of x you substitute 1. 6 into 1 minus 12. 6 minus 12 is minus 6. You must write this is negative. Therefore, what is this point? At this value, this is negative. Therefore, x equals to 1 is a point of maxima. You can write like this actually. At x is equal to 1, d square y by dx square is a point of maxima. Okay. Now that you got this as a point of maxima, you should not assume the other point is point of minima. Okay, you have to substitute that. At x is, the other point is x equals to 3. At x equals to 3, d square y by dx square is equal to 6 into 3 minus 12, which is 18 minus 12 plus 6, and this is positive. Since I got positive value, we will write x equals to 3 is a point of minima. Okay. Just a second, just note down the answer. Okay, understood this? Note down the steps clearly. Given function is f of x, you should write it as y equals to f of x. Differentiate that. If this function has this points of maxima minima, you will get some valid points for dy by dx equals to 0. So find out some values for x. It can be fractional values also. It need not be always integers like this. And after finding x, so that is step 1. These are the points of maxima and minima. These may be the points of maxima and minima. Step 2 is differentiate this dy by dx again. You will get an equation. Now, whatever points you have got here, one by one, you have to substitute that point in this dy square by dx square. If you get a negative answer, it is point of maxima. If you get a positive answer, it is point of minima. Opposite. For negative, it is maxima. For positive, it is minima. And these are their local maximum and minimum. This is again asked many number of times. You can practice this. All these such questions, it will be same. Suppose d square y by dx square is equal to 0. Then you should write it is neither a point of maxima nor minima. Okay. Neither a point of maxima nor minima. Okay, so that is your, I think we'll end the session, and all the best to each one of you. Mostly from the topics that we have discussed today and the video lessons that are already there in the playlist, you should be able to attend for more than 50 marks. 55, 56 marks you can attend. And I think you'll be able to clear it. Let me know how it goes after the exam. All the best to each one of you. Bye-bye.